All right. I can't tell you how excited I am today. Episode 10, Jessy Schaudts here. We're going to talk about her flower business. We're going to talk about the story of how she bought her farm and how that all took place, and just kind of her story and kind of introduce you guys to her. Jessy, thank you so much for being here and being a part of this. And I'm excited. I'm just like being a part of y'all's journey and watching y'all climb, and like getting to know your family has been one of the coolest parts of my job. Like, you know, I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you succeed in this thing. And if you need investment, I'm ready to invest. So just let me know what you need. So let's just say like who you are, your business, talk about your flower business, company name, all that stuff, and let's just get into it.
Okay, I'm Jessy Schaudts, and my flower farm is Ever After Flower Farm out in Roanoke, Virginia. And we're brand new. Starting next year, we'll be offering cut flowers and dahlias and all kinds of beautiful things, and really just starting out and in that super excited, kind of scared phase.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, hey, I think fear, you can use fear for positive things, right? Like, you know, knowing that you got to push past fear to get what you want in life. Like, when you know that, you can embrace fear, and you can like use that as energy to get past it too.
Yeah, so it's totally part of the motivation, I think, just because it's going on. It's here. It's now, finally. So
right. Well,
really
hey,
exciting.
I want you to tell. You brought me this. I appreciate this. I love this stuff. Tell me what you brought me here.
So this is mostly dahlias, and actually this little purple leaf is basil.
Gotcha.
But these are just various dahlias that I had blooming in the farm yesterday, and a little zinnia up there, and they're just so beautiful and so many colors. And I was thinking like hokey colors.
Oh yeah, right on. Nice.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, I want to tell your story. I want to tell. Like the real estate story is important to me because, you know, I'm the real estate guy. So how many months did we spend? Like, we were out there, we put offer in. 2 or
3 months. We were just every weekend looking at places, and
there was one property that was listed at like 400,000, and we escalated up to like 485,000, and we lost.
Yeah.
Like I'll never, that's a story I'll tell forever. Like, I put an offer together that was $85,000 more than list price, and we lost.
Yeah, that one crushed Andy. He loved that place. Yeah, that was a nice house. I'm so grateful though.
Yeah,
I'm so grateful.
Even right up to that moment that we found your farm, you were in negotiations on something far more expensive that you would have had to put far more money into. And like, it might not have been as great as what you got.
Yeah.
So like, you know, I truly believe that, you know, when things are meant to be, they will be. And like the home that you bought came on at less than what you paid, but you paid less than what you were about to pay for that other house that you'd had to put so much money into to get it to where you wanted it to be land wise. So like, that is just, those are the stories that keep me passionate and like excited about my job. And I'm so happy. I'm just so happy for you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, we that house we almost got was a third of the area that we ended up with, and I just remember looking. I'm like, I should stop looking at listings because we're negotiating for this house, and then this one popped up, and I was like, oh, Scott,
right?
I gotta go check this place out.
Yeah, and we got you in there at like 8 p.m. that night, and they promised to sell you the house by 10 p.m. because of the offer that you made.
Yeah,
like just perfect scenario.
Yeah.
So it's a vineyard. You're not into that.
Next year, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. It's kind of all up in the air a bit.
You can get some free wine out of the deal.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, totally.
He loves wine, right?
Oh, yeah. He's a wine guy.
Right.
Have you seen, there was on TikTok, somebody posted a video of Andy drinking wine.
No, I did not see that.
It went viral.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
You got to share that to me.
I will find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was pretty funny, and everybody was calling him Sad Wine Dad because it was about kids.
Sad
It was
wine
about
dad.
parents dropping their kids off at college, and he happened to be
man.
there. So yeah,
He's
I'm
an
like,
all-time
"Aw."
guy.
yeah.
That's funny.
I'm like, honey, you're the Sad Wine Dad.
He ought to stick to that. He ought to get that going.
Yeah, totally.
All right, give me your vision for your business. Tell us the name again. Tell me what you're hoping it to be. I told you off air, like sign me up for a weekly subscription
I
to
will
this
do
thing.
it.
So just outline that. Tell me what your vision is.
So we're ever after Flower Farm, and our vision is I want to sell cut flowers first, and I actually want to buy a flower truck that's kind of like a food truck where it's open on the side and people can come up and buy things, and they can pre-order things, and we'll just have them there and go through different parts of town or different areas of our community and just be with the community and get to know everybody.
Yeah.
But also I want to specialize in dahlias, which are here,
Right.
and sell tubers, and we can ship those across the country.
Wow.
So
you're gonna set websites up. You're gonna get distribution. You're gonna figure out ways to deliver to people outside the New River Valley.
yeah, eventually that'll take some time, but
Sure.
yeah, we've got to build up stock and
Yeah.
grow a lot before we'll be ready. But yeah.
Right. How much do you think your farm can produce?
Well, we have, without the vineyard, we have about 2.5 acres, and I will have gardens for other things too. So probably about an acre of dahlias, and it's possible I could produce $200,000 worth of dahlia tubers
Oh wow.
on that area.
Wow.
It just depends on finding the market. And
Right. I love the fruit. I love like, those side of the road produce stands, like stuff like that. Like, I love that stuff. Food truck stuff is trendy. I think that would be cool. Would that require you to travel around to these, like are you going to have to show up at like flea markets in your truck, or like, are you just going to find a spot in Christiansburg to go park and then people are going to come find you?
yeah,
Or?
I think that's what I would like to do. Reach out to people that, are local businesses, and also people that we already know, and say, hey, can I park my truck in, and
Yeah.
we'll Instagram this and
Right.
get your business in there too, and
Yeah.
share some business here. And
Yeah. I mean, if you can drive people into their parking lot, there's more likely that they're going to buy your product and then go get their food or service as well. So that's a good idea. But I love the like Netflix model where I can just go to the website. I want the monthly subscription, or I want
Right.
the bi-weekly subscription, and then my stuff shows up. And like you said, they're going to be cut, so I don't have to do anything. I can just enjoy them.
Right.
So I think that's a pretty cool way to go.
yeah, I am interested in CSAs next year, and still trying to figure out pricing and all that stuff
Right.
that'll come along with that. But
Well, talk about your journey too. Y'all have been all over the map. Why the New River Valley?
it's home.
Yeah.
We moved to Alexandria right by DC, and then we were in Las Vegas, and actually coming back from there, my plan was, let's go get some land, move back to Virginia, and grow some food. And
Right.
and then that idea turned into a flower farm. So
Dude, I'm so proud of you.
Thank
I
you.
am really proud of you guys. So are you gonna sell your flowers to flower shops, or are you just going purely direct to consumer?
I'm going to start direct to consumer, but I just want to keep an open mind. Like if that opportunity should arise, then that would be something I would consider. But to start, I would just like to do cut flowers, pre-orders, CSA, straight to the buyer.
Straight to the buyer. CSA, straight to the buyer? Okay, gotcha. All right, we're going to move into a section that we have in the show. It's called Myths or Facts in Your Field. Question number 1, you can't sleep with flowers in your bedroom.
I have not heard of that. I sleep with flowers on my table right beside my bed, so
Right.
I'm going to say that's a myth.
Okay, gotcha. Pets and plants don't mix.
I don't know any gardeners who don't have pets. So they can cause some disturbance. But I think, especially with dogs, you just train them not to mess up. And then with cats, it's a little bit different. With flowers, I don't have an issue at all because they play in the garden, but they don't really eat the flowers or dig them up. With vegetables, it's kind of different.
Right.
But yeah, I think it just depends on your pet, maybe.
Are there any, do you have to put a lot of pesticides on this stuff to keep?
I don't.
Gotcha. So there's nothing out there that's trying to eat these things?
We do have pests, yeah. And there's a lot of organic methods to keeping your plants. You can cover them with netting and use safer things that are safe for pets.
Gotcha.
To keep the pests away.
Gotcha. Cool. Are flowers an allergy sufferer's worst enemy?
Depends on the flower.
Yeah.
I used to have a friend who I worked with who somebody brought me lilies once, and just having the vase in the room, like a big open room, she just immediately started getting sick.
Wow.
With allergies. But for me, I have tree allergies, so it's not an issue for me. Right. So it depends on the person and the flowers. And you can get pollen-free sunflowers, for example, and not have any problems at all. So if you have an allergy issue, you definitely want to be selective, I think, with what you grow.
Gotcha. Sugar can keep a flower fresh after it's uprooted.
Yes. Yep. Actually, I put sugar in that just to see.
So when I buy flowers, I typically, they have this little packet in there. It's called, and it usually has something like superfood or something. What is in that?
I don't actually know what's in that. It's a flower preservative, and most florists use flower preservative to keep the flowers fresh for longer.
Gotcha.
But I don't know what's in there. But this has, I read about the sugar, and that has sugar and vinegar. Because sugar feeds the flowers, and then vinegar lowers the pH so they can stay alive longer.
Wow.
So there's fun little things to try. But yeah, I'm not sure. It's just like a florist staple of flower preservative.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. Well, we got do we have it behind the picture? Okay. Yeah, great. All right. So
that is Black-Eyed Susans in my front yard of our current house.
Gotcha.
So when we moved in, we had a thick planting of those, and they were beautiful. But if you would see at the top there, they're turning black. And so they started turning black from the bottom up, and I had to dig them all out. So that is a big pile of dug up Black-Eyed Susans. But I'm planting roses there.
Nice.
So it'll still be beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, why don't we tell the audience kind of where they're going to be able to find you? You're not going to be ready to produce anything for the public consumption until next year.
Right,
is that right?
Yeah.
So you're just in the process of doing all your growing, and it'll be available for purchase and service next season.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in the meantime, if they want to just keep following you, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff, right?
Yes, at Ever After Flower Farm.
Gotcha.
On Instagram, TikTok, I'm on Facebook, and hopefully, eventually, YouTube.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, get the YouTube going for sure. All right. Well, so as far as the variety of flowers goes, it's just pretty much these are just different versions of the same thing. Is that right?
Yeah, there's one zinnia in there, but most of those are dahlias. But I will be planting. I'll do the dahlias. I'm going to do a lot of other cut flowers to put different kinds of bouquets together. And I also want to specialize in garden roses, which will be a long-term project.
Right. Right on. That's exciting.
Yeah.
What are the most difficult flowers to maintain?
Roses.
Yeah.
They just, in our climate, we're hot and humid in the summer and we freeze in the winter. So they die back often, and it takes a long time for them to grow back. But also in the summer, they can get sick. So you really have a really great start in the spring, and that's like the rose time. And then the rest of the year, you're kind of just crossing your fingers and hoping they'll be all right.
How did you know the soil of your land was going to be able to produce the things that you were wanting to produce?
Well, I didn't. I was more interested in, I can just bring in soil if I need to bring in soil, But
so you could just make it work?
Yeah, I needed the space and the sunlight, which was
perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Cool. Well, again, I appreciate, the opportunity to talk to you on this thing. I'm excited to see you grow. If I can do anything to help you, let me know how I can.
Okay. Thank you so much.
if you guys want to, like, so you need to set up like pre-orders, like people that want your service, like get a big list of that.
Yeah.
Why don't I help you try to do that?
Okay.
Is that something? I mean, if I can drive people to you that just want to get on the list.
Sure.
You know, let's do that. So if you guys want to take part in this and buy Jesse's flowers, what's the best place to put them?
You can email me at everafterflowerfarm@gmail.com.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's go there. Well, I guess we'll just wrap it up. If you guys have any questions about it, please feel free to comment at Jessie. Talk to her about it, and we hope you enjoyed the show. Next week's guest is going to be the voice of the Hokies, John Laser, is going to be here. We're excited to talk to him, and until then, we'll check you next time.